Hello and welcome to a new game. We're going to play some Code Vein. This is on the PS5. So let's get started here.
Good morning. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Think
Alright,
back.
let's...
Search your memory for an image of yourself.
Alright, so we're going to quickly enter name. Obviously we're going to name ourselves Artemis because, well, that's my name. Code name. I don't know, we'll just go with Artemis as well. It doesn't, oops, doesn't super matter. There we go. Alright. So now we get to choose, I generally pick female characters. So then we've got all this, and I will pause and come back after I've sorted all this out. Okay, we are back, and I have finished creating our character. So we're just gonna go confirm.
That's what you look like.
Yep.
Now, we can finally meet.
So, you know, I had the sort of idea that one of the eyes has a scar on it and then just doesn't work anymore. So that's what we're going with. And there. So yeah, if you see sort of the left eye is all white.
We finally meet.
But yeah,
Are
so
you
we go
clear-headed?
talk to Cruz here.
You will now be reborn as an immortal creature, a revenant. There are things you will need to know in your new life, so listen well.
Yep.
Each revenant has a different power coursing through their veins, called a blood code. The best way to learn about it is to try it for yourself.
Yep. Alright, so this is, you know, pretty
That
much
is the
just
fighter blood. Each talent that a
tutorial.
blood code
So we've
bestows
got
is known as a
fighter
gift.
blood code.
The fighter blood code grants ever-increasing endurance. It seems you also have a gift that temporarily enhances your attack power. Very well.
Yeah, so we just put
Yes, that will do.
and
Be
then
warned. The
we go
effects of a
bang.
gift will not work unless it is prepared in advance. I forgot something important. You will need special blood to activate gifts. This blood comes from revenants who have forgotten themselves and turned into monsters. The Lost. You can drain Ichor from the Lost by striking them with your weapon. Remember that. Those are the basics of a fighter's gifts. Use and learn each of them well.
So we've got first loss here. So this is pretty much just a tutorial section on some of the basics of the game. You know, so you've got different types of weapons, different abilities that you have to then set
Well
to
done.
this little menu down.
Ordinarily, a revenant has only one blood code, but you are different. The blood code you once held was broken and has vanished. That has left you with infinite possibilities. You have the unique talent to change your blood code.
Yeah, which is good for us. So now we have a
That
second
blood code is
code.
known as Ranger. But Ranger,
and-
try switching to a big...
Yeah. Alright, so we want to swap this out to the bayonet,
Yes,
which
that's
is
much better, isn't it?
not really my main
Oh, firing your bayonet requires Ichor as well.
weapon.
That and gifts means Ichor always seems scared. That is where the blood veil you have equipped comes in. Using your blood veil will let you quickly drain Ichor from the Lost. In addition, this can increase the amount of Ichor you can hold. If you have a chance to drain Ichor from a foe, use it.
So we can just do that and we do a drain attack. That uses up some alcohol.
That sums up the
fire
Ranger
shot.
blood code and draining. Now, turn your
There are better and more effective ways to do that.
That is what is
later.
called the caster blood code.
Kind of like this one
Casters
actually.
possess powers like magic from a fairy tale. With it, you can use gifts to fire projectiles of blood.
Yep. Yeah, Bloodshot is... swap back. So Bloodshot is
You learn
basically the
Bloodshot favors range over power.
bayonet's
Let's see.
heavy attack,
Try learning another gift.
but
You can learn gifts by touching missiles.
I don't have to use a
Try it
bayonet.
yourself.
So this is very sort of Soulsborne-like. You know, there's bonfires, missile in this case. You need haze, which is basically your souls or whatever.
That wasn't hard, was
to
it?
upgrade
Now since you've learned it, why
or
not try
level
it
up
out?
and to acquire new abilities. And then we maybe we'll just do Blazing Roar.
Blazing Roar is a powerful gift that punishes foes.
Boom,
However,
firepower.
its cost in Ichor is high, so be careful that you use it at the right time. In addition, its power will change according to the blood veil
I
you
mean, it's
equip.
not too bad.
Blood veils have different affinities for gifts. It can be complicated, but keep it in mind.
So we will go like so. And as you can see, I gained back like 3 of
Excellent
the
It's all
Ichor
quite sudden,
just
but
with
you
a
picked
simple
it up,
combo
right?
like that.
The disappearance of your blood code has left you with unique, limitless capabilities. Not only the strength of others can become your own, a talent that you alone possess. Since you are the only one who can do this,
I mean,
your
it's
blood
very
is the only teacher you have.
anime protagonist, you know, we get this special power that lets us use every other power.
Now, awaken and save world.
It's like that, you know, that one kid that's like, oh yeah, no, I can fly. Oh, but you block that? Okay, but I can do this. And you can't block it. But, yeah. So we will keep going. And we've got a bit of a cutscene here, actually. So, I don't think I have to do a lot right now.
Welcome back. Hello. How are you feeling?
I mean, we're on the ground, so probably not great. So I've played a bit of this before. Not gotten super far. But we will get as we'll keep going in this till I can't anymore. Or rather till I'm finished. So from what I understand,
Don't worry.
we're
It's
basically
okay.
vampires.
I don't remember either.
I'm not sure why I have all of that other stuff on my face. Because that wasn't there when I was making the character. But we've got...
Over there.
We need these special masks. So that we don't lose ourselves while we're exploring the world. So let's go. We're pretty
It's
pretty
dry,
messed up
isn't
at the
it?
moment. Although doesn't look like we're nearly as messed
We
up
can
as
go
that
slowly.
girl. All wrapped in all sorts of
I am
bandages.
here with you. Just a bit
Alright,
farther.
so we'll just slowly make our way to that.
We're all right. A spring will slake our thirst.
Are we though? I mean, we can barely walk. I think this is probably one of the most slow-paced bits. Just trying to get, you know, that short distance to get here.
It seems everyone, everywhere, is thirsty. There is a spring that will cure that thirst. One that weeps tears of blood. That's what they said, anyway. This way.
And we're there.
It's all right. It's all right.
So, as you can see, we're having a bit of an issue. Our blood is very much super magic and revives all these things. We don't know why. No one knows why. So we're just like, okay, this works. We'll just do it. So these are blood
it is
beads.
you.
Basically, what the revenants need to survive. That or actual human blood, but human blood is hard to come by in this world.
Here. This is for you.
So we had that. Now we're resting, I guess, trying to let it do its thing, making sure we don't become a lost.
A new spring and a fresh source of labor. We really hit the jackpot.
Get up. It's time for a bit of fun.
Alright. We go.
On your feet.
So yeah, we get captured by some
Hurry up and get
assholes.
You're awake then? Whoa, keep it down. Your friend just fell asleep.
Yep.
So, what happened to your masks?
So we'll talk to him quickly.
Forgotten about those too, have you? I'll tell you whatever you want to know, but first...
Number 3.
We'll come and grab a mask, which I actually selected
come up.
during the character creation. So that's our mask, and we can just go up. So now we're in our first actual area of the game to play. We can, yeah, as it says there, we can lose most of the
This
move's
one's dry.
memory
The miasma's pretty thick.
when they die.
Damn it! We're running out of time before the next collection. Everything's ready. Right. I'm on my way. All dried up. Just like the others.
Yeah, all dried up. So there's no sense in searching with the miasma like this.
let's... You know what these are, right?
Blood beads, right?
Yes, very good. Now I want you to search for blood beads in the tunnels ahead of here. You see, it's only a short time before the collectors come to take our levy. But once they do, I'm afraid we won't have any blood beads to give them. If we don't find some, Silva's hounds will strip the shirts right off our backs. Well, that's the long and short of it.
Why does it have to be us?
Don't ask me. The stupid levy system was Silva's idea. If you have a complaint, I suggest you take it up with him.
You lot go first. Get to work.
I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
Don't. There's a better
So, yeah,
time and place. For now, we just have to obey.
Next!
And you might be wondering, why don't
Whoa
we just
there.
drink from
You
other
wait
remnants?
here with us.
Because,
You can have this one back when you return. In exchange for any blood beads you find, of course. Oh, and I hear the hunter has been showing up around here lately. So make sure you don't all get killed.
hold on. Alright, now I think I'm free to talk.
You
drinking
heard
from
him.
another revenant
Move it!
gives you their blood code,
Ouch!
which, unless you're specifically
you okay?
us, kills you.
It looks like we
makes
can't
you,
get back up from
frenzy
here.
and turn into the.
We'll have to look
the
for another way
lost.
back. Oh, I'm Oliver Collins, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Right, so unlike things like Bloodborne, we get a companion if we so choose. So that's the missile. We can just, you know, here we rest. We can do a bunch of stuff.
Dead
but
lost.
we're going to ignore that.
I've
for
never
now.
seen one before. I say dead, but they're not really dead. It's just a dormant state before they turn into real monsters. So I've heard. Sometimes it takes years for the transformation to start. So you can just move around.
There we go. First back attack. Not overly difficult. So as we're just starting
Please don't
this
fall.
pipe we've got,
Will that come in handy?
not great. So I don't have anything better though. No. We can't do anything there. But if I swap to
Sure, I can wait.
this, I need to max out the proficiency basically. Yeah. And then I can use it to get blood code. Which is what I want. I want to be able to use
Is there something good in there?
specifically the bloodshot with my main blood code for now, because it is quite useful as a thing that already has a single lost.
You see that too?
This. Yeah, I'm getting there. Some iron, which is useful later.
Which way do you think is better?
Run through this area. I thought he was dead, but that's
Wooden
fine.
boxes. Who stacked them here?
Yeah, take this.
What's that doing there?
Alright, we're fine. Grab small concentrate, which is not useful right now. As much no hit run. This game is quite difficult. And then we use our regeneration, which is basically, you know, akin to the Dark Souls Estus Fast, basically. Fuck me, planes, man. Alright, we got a new weapon, and it is a polar arm. It is not great, but it is definitely better than
Fine,
our
really.
metal pole.
That wasn't very convincing, was it? These masks are the old type. Hard to breathe in them. How are you
So we
doing?
wanna-
That girl, she's your friend, right?
on, I guess.
We should find some blood beads and go back for her quick.
Alright, so as you can see, we just mastered Bloodshot because we killed a certain number of enemies, which means I can now go back here, swap back to Fighter, and then I could use Bloodshot if I had the correct stats
Lost
for
up
it.
above.
But that's fine. We will get better blood codes fairly soon. Can't be leaving behind any items. Coin. And then what's this? It is an awake. Alright, not super useful. So that we can just sort of run up here. So, get to map,
What could
out
that
the
be?
surrounding area, and then I can come down here, and we're right back at our missile where we started. So we just did a giant loop. Of course, resting at the missile, among other things, well, I say among, gives you back all your regens.
Is there something good in there? Will that come in
And
handy?
also respawns everything. Alright, a new blood veil, and I think I like this one. I like this one. It is like that, whereas the other one was the sort of claw, which is okay but not great. Yeah,
Nice landing.
just close that.
Is there something
and there's a
good in there?
place where I know that there's a chest right here. Queenslayer Greatsword, actually kind of good, especially at the start here.
We're at a disadvantage.
Heavy weapon for long, but it
Wow.
is definitely better than the this polearm or anything else we had available at the time.
Oh, didn't they pass us earlier?
Alright.
Are you okay?
And
Did
then
you get
they've
hurt?
Gone frenzy.
That could have gone better. I'll catch up with you in a
don't
bit.
say.
Don't worry about me. I'll be alright. Go on. You just focus on finding
That's
some
what,
blood
2
beads,
death
alright?
flags?
That girl is waiting for you.
And there we go, 3 death flags. But I'm sure it'll be fine, right? Definitely not gonna die. Right, whatever it is. a chemical light. Oops. And dead. So I want to sneak up on this guy. Get a back attack. As well as that charged heavy. Grab. What is this? Another awake. Again, not super useful. Basically, they're items to force max efficiency of a gift. So if you've got, you know, a gift that you just want to get and use with something else, you can use some of those to force it to be maxed. Now, I don't have. Honestly, actually, we might swap that to there and put as much of it as particularly like bayonet right now. The only way that I can range like that. Alright, so we got venomed. It's not going to be a huge problem, but it will be a, you know, kind of annoying for a little bit. Let's see, I could also do drain rating on it, which just means how much we get back. Like every time we hit. Alright. So we've mastered all of our gifts here. You know, normally I'd want to turn back about here, but for now I actually want to, I know that there's another missile just slightly ahead of where we are, so I'm going to essentially rush past, do the very Dark Souls thing of run past all the enemies until you get where you want to go. Alright, so we activate this missile. That, and then we will go sit, so I could level up, or I could inherit gifts. So say I wanted to get this, I could inherit it and then immediately use it. Well, here we go. So I press that. It requires 280 haze and 3 awakes, which I do not have. We will be swapping one blood roar, or blazing roar rather, and then that requires also 3, which is fine. But yeah, now we've got 3 regens back, and that can come back this way. And I hit completely. Nice and easy. We'll grab. Ooh, a lost broadsword. Since I actually want to change back to caster for a minute, to get this, we will swap to a broadsword, which is kind of my preferred weapon of choice. Yes, that is how words work. My weapon of choice for a lot of this is sort of one-handed swords. because they strike a nice balance between ease of use and the speed. So just like Dark Souls, your dodge is kind of based on how heavy things are and like your weight. So you've got 3 categories in this: quick, normal, and slow. I don't exactly know what the thresholds are, but if we look here, it should. So if I was to equip this, I would get mobility slow, whereas normal. This is normal. All of that is slow, just because of the weight of it. Blazing Roar is actually really good for ranged like that. Dagger, that's fine. We will come down here because there is an item down here. I know this first area really well. And every time I forget that that's the thing that happens. So with focused, there's a lot of things that. Alright, let's just get up here for a moment. That's one down, and that's the other one down. When we're focused, there's a lot of extra things that can help, or not help, but that you can do. So one of them is this combo sort of drain, which looks really cool if you can get it. We'll grab the whatever that is. Oh look, it's another awake. Alright, that's not too bad. Honestly, actually kind of useful because we'll go rest, because I used up quite a bit of healing there. And we can go, I can show you how this works. So we maxed out proficiency, we've got the required amount of haze and 3 awakes, and then we master the gift instantly, so I don't have to use the blood code to do it. We will level up. We can level up once. What are we on? Alright, we will go here. So these lost shards are basically, you know, the sort of lost souls or whatever in Dark Souls. Then I can level up a second time. Probably didn't need to pop all of those, but it doesn't overly matter too much.
Are you a fellow explorer? It appears you're alone. I'm on my own at the moment too, but I was hoping for a partner for the path ahead. What do you say? Would you mind working together? At least until we're through here? Don't worry, I'm not gonna stab you in the back. The miasma and the Lost here are enough trouble as it is. Thanks a lot. I'm glad to work with you.
Yeah, let's go. This dude's pretty cool. So now, doing that, I actually want to come back up here.
In the
you might have
distance,
noticed that I was
Lost.
avoiding this sort of little
Not a lot of room to dodge.
area. There's this way. Not to go certainly much easier when you have
What do we
someone
have
there
here?
helping you out. And a Queen Slayer Thorn, actually kind of good. So I'll be bouncing between a lot of these blood veils and stuff. Oops, ooh, that was nearly very bad and nearly went off the wall. Until I get one that I like. So this is a sort of stinger, what's called a stinger type. Basically, it's like a scorpion stinger. So I'm gonna go up here.
Wanna head down?
And there we mastered Blazing Wall. We'll swap to a different one. Now we can I don't think anything else noticed us, so that's not good. Let me go here and swap to Ranger actually. So Ranger has this little sonic arrow which is incredibly cheap.
Make sure you're good and
kills
ready.
enemies. So we want to have that. I can't use the other super good stuff yet because I don't have a good blood bag for it.
Be sure they don't like us.
There we go, we got our but yeah, as you can see, if I do this, Bloodshot doesn't even do 100 damage. So it's not it's useful but not battle.
We pulled through.
Easy. We'll grab all of these lost shards because they'll be handy later on. Grab iron, which is
Wanna
used
head
to
up?
upgrade weapons. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but yeah, that's what it's for. Regen, which is good.
We can go down from here.
Then you come down here. And then we can activate this blood spring. And with that we get another one of these blood springs active.
Could that really be?
Alright. Yeah, that's a thing we can do, by the way. Mr. Stranger Man. We've got another missile here. And in fact, I have enough that I should be able to level up in like months.
Could you fill me in on the
You know,
details
fairly
later?
early on, I want to put a lot of points, a lot of haze into leveling up, rather than
We're not
buying
far from the
items
surface
or,
now.
Anything like that. Just make sure none
It's
of
open.
those are living,
That's
because
quite valuable. Let's use it well.
Don't want them to surprise us. Queenslayer Blade. Alright, that is most definitely an upgrade from my Lost Broadsword. So, as you can see, it's much nicer. It's not all decayed and
This
busted
terrain doesn't favor us.
from being in my asthma so much.
How about this?
And we somehow got a back attack. Whatever. I mean, it worked.
Not bad.
Heal. Venom cartridge. Mostly useless until, or mostly okay until I have a skill that does the same thing.
There's our target.
That on to shortcut. Now with add this and I could cause Venom builder on my weapon on anyone that I hit. I don't tend to use them much because I just get the
You wouldn't come back after
the
falling down
gift
there.
that does the exact same thing. And then I'm pretty sure there's an item here. Yep. Another awake, which I probably won't be using much unless there's a specific code
This
easy.
lake was formed from a hole
We
created
just,
by a thorn of judgment.
So go through a level there. Knock them off the ceiling. Because they get really distracted for a second there. And
That
it's
was
nice,
well hidden.
Grab that. That was something on the other side. Try not to run off the edge. So you can see down there, that's where we were with that guy behind the boxes, where we first come through. Come around.
On my way.
So we've got to
Back on the surface again.
although that's just a mapping one, not a rest one.
Good. That's light from the surface.
And now we've got our first boss fight, unfortunately. And it's our boy Ollie.
Once someone is
Wow.
lost, they can never come back.
When
Cast aside your doubt.
when Stephen went off. Unfortunately, that damage to his mask was too much.
Don't hold anything back.
This bit of the fight is barely it is the next bit that sucks. The best way is to sort of the Sonic Arrow and the Bloodshot is
Still have some
they
healing left? Get through with what you have left.
Almost had him. Void damage for now.
Not my best.
Failed.
Well, that was bound to happen. I was a little bit too greedy there with attacks.
Glad your heart's okay.
So it's not too bad. We didn't lose a whole lot. I actually want to go back to fighter, I think it is.
We may need a new plan.
I can't use any of my other. Actually, I think no. As much as I wouldn't mind fighter, I think actually that is the better option. The
It won't take long.
ranger.
This
And yeah,
terrain
we got-
doesn't favor us.
We're going to just go all the way back.
You've exceeded my expectations.
Thankfully, I can use my great sword. As you can see, massive damage.
Did you pick up something we can use? Enemy above us.
How about this?
Knock him out. Alright, there we go. And then just do the same thing as we did before. These two are.
Take this.
Pick up any. so you can definitely see the difference in the rolling. If I swap back to this, it's a much quicker roll. So yeah, but at the moment I think I'll be the slow, rolling slow just for the boss fight until I can get a better blood code that does what I want.
I've got your back here.
Grab our Lost Haze.
Right on top.
Charge up a thing like that. But it's not super great. Lost remnants.
You sure you saved some regeneration? Try to avoid any more damage.
And then I'm added healing.
How about this?
Okay. Wait for him to get distracted.
Right on.
Yes. Coming in clutch there. So we beat our first boss. Second try. Wasn't too bad. Alright. So we're trying
She's
to help our
alright.
friend out there.
By the way, both of you,
All revenants must pay a levy. There are no exceptions.
a vestige. Best to stay away from those stones.
So that's...
Anyone who touches them is defiled, transformed into the lost. Don't listen to their whispers.
Someone has to be sacrificed. Without blood beads, we won't make it.
Once she's settled down, let's get out of here.
Here you get to see our main power in action. We
Someone
can
has to be sacrificed.
use these vestiges to acquire blood codes.
Wait, what are you... Let go! It'll
I like
swallow
that
you up!
actually have to come and touch it yourself.
It's all right. You can do it.
What the hell?
Alright, there we go. Easy. So now we, excuse me. We are
Please let
in
us
the
keep them
place of
just this
memories.
once. We won't make it if you take them.
All revenants must pay a levy of blood beads. There are no exceptions. Sorry.
Daddy! Mommy!
Someone has to be sacrificed. Without blood beads, we won't make it.
The few humans that remain are under
Follow
Silva's
along these.
control. Wandering revenants like us are forced to hunt for blood beads or face death. Even if some revenants must be
So yeah, this is what I was talking
for
about
our
before.
survival.
We could drink from humans if they weren't all, you know, under one particular revenant
I
control.
guess you reap what you sow, right? Well, that's all right. What's important is that at least one of us makes it.
So yeah, that last memory was the one that just happened, I guess, after we left him.
This is a memory echo. It's a place where lost recollections still wander. Come, let's move on. If you use that...
Oops.
Is this the past
So
of
yeah,
one of the
stairway
lost?
is leave.
No. There's no way.
And bada bing, bada boom, we leave. So, yeah. We got that sorted.
What the hell was that?
It was a memory, carved into that vestige by the one who left it behind.
I didn't expect that I'd get dragged into it too.
We both melted into you.
I can't believe this. What a power.
Pretty neat.
Come with me. I know a spot where we can rest. I'm Louis. I'm researching blood beads. Nice to meet you.
So yeah, Louis here's cool. And we just acquired another blood code, which is Berserker. Not super great, not terrible, but it is pretty neat. So we'll wait for this to load. And I guess this
Ugly,
is what the
isn't
city
it?
looks like.
The Red Mist showed up a short time after the Queen was defeated. And when it did, it trapped everyone and everything inside, giving birth to the Society of Revenants ruled by Silva. The Jail of the Mists.
Yep.
As time passed, that was the name people gave to the world inside. The creatures trapped inside the miasma wander in a never-ending cycle of death and rebirth, always searching for blood beads to sustain them. Revenants need to have blood. Without it, they turn into those creatures we call the Lost. The Revenants who captured you were desperately searching for blood, terrified of losing themselves. It's a common fate these days. But ripples are beginning to form. You cleared the miasma and revitalized the blood spring.
Yeah. That was a thing we did
Where did you learn to do that?
more than once.
You've forgotten?
Magic.
Anything you do remember? That's unusual, losing so much of your memory. I suppose it was the same for her. For now, just take it easy. Make yourself at
I
home.
mean, Right, so this is our little sort of base of operations. We've got a store, we've got some other bits and pieces, our friendo up there. First thing I want to do is actually come and rest at this missile, because I've got quite a bit of haze and I want to level up. So we go from, what is it, 5 to 9. I'm pretty sure I've got enough lost shards to make that 10. So we use that, get the 300, and level up with, what's that, 83 haze to spare. But since we're here, that's actually going to do it for this episode. We got through the first sort of area of the game, and we'll continue to go next time. So thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.